subject to risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. I almost clicked the stop streaming button. Good grief. Oh man. I fixed the camera. There we go. I need a new camera. I really want that Razor camera. Anyways, let's do the links. Yesterday I did the links last, and I kind of regret doing that. Yeah, guys always miss the beginning part, which I think is probably the part that a lot of people would be most interested in hearing anyways. Yes. New people coming in. It must be fall. Once around fall is when everybody starts messaging me. Nope, that's just spam. Okay. Alright, so overnight. Man. Okay, so what happened? Well, yesterday we had that move yesterday. It was pretty dramatic. We did finally come back and retrace it. It looks like they topped out at 08 and now we are testing further. So I think I want to go short. I'm kind of, because our ranges have been pretty good. Here I want to see on the ZN, I want to add an indicator. Indicators. On ABX 14 on the ZN. Okay. Yes. Okay. Bum bum bum. So I've been doing a little bit of well, wait, hold on. We all good? I think so. Okay, yes, we're good. So we're making a little bit of a change. I've decided that when we are above 25 on a daily ADX, that I'm going to trade the trending strategies. That's my plan. So, say we're having a pretty good move up, and I'm looking to fade this. Looking to fade this move up, even though the E-mini is looking down a little bit. But we have GDP, right? Today is GDP. That's the plan. Is there, what else do we got? No, we'll close that. Oh, that's weird. How come it's only showing me Friday this week? Okay. Preliminary GDP quarter over quarter. They're expecting 4. I think it'll come in higher than 4 because the Atlanta Fed was expecting like 4.4. And I don't think it will be quite that high. But I think it will be 4. I think it's going to be good. And I'm wondering if that move yesterday was maybe in part because of GDP. But we were saying that it was those other numbers that came out. So we'll see. We shall see. There is a little... Okay, so there's a target down at 04. And there's nothing above us. Oh, there is something above us. There's the 167. So if we get to that 167, I want to fade it. If we get down here, I'm just going to go with it. That's my plan. Let's see if I stick to it. Good morning, Uzi. Do you notice the past 2 or 3 days, I've noticed I've said something like to that effect, that was my plan. And then the order flow caused me to do something different. And I think I need to stick with the longer term a little bit better. When they're absorbing in there 4,000, I don't know if I want to mess with that. I'm tempted to hit into it. But the trend has been up a little bit, so, well, there you go. It just got weak there at 5. We do have 3 minutes until the news, so I think it's probably best to stay away from it as well because of that. Oh yes, let's pop it down into chat here. Yes, sir. Morning. It's pretty light today. Well, seems like it's pretty light today considering that we got GDP coming out. Just like in terms of people in. Okay, so it's getting light. Oh, I need to turn the squawk on.
1 minute.
There we go. Dum bum bum ba dum. So there's a lot of people selling into it. So if these numbers are bad, I think you could get I think you could get a big move either way.
Seconds to G.
But if the numbers are bad, you're gonna have a lot of people that are gonna have to exit.
4% even.
Ten seconds.
5 seconds.
Four spot 2%, deflated 3 spots 2%,
4.2,
PC called
4.2,
2%,
decent
consumption
beat.
3 spots 8%.
Yeah, did that just stop me out immediately?
Percent Canadian current account balance deficit of 15 spots $88 billion. Prior revised deficit 17 spots $48 billion.
That's funny. Yes, it did.
So to recap the headline print, 4 spots 2% for the GDP second estimate versus estimates of 4%.
I took it at 0.45, I think is where it said it was bid, but it was already offer and there was no size at 0.55, and so my stop limit triggered. Okay, so I gotta remember that. I'm glad we're learning these things on Sim. That one, I think probably it didn't move as fast as I thought it would. I probably could have clicked in over here. Well, that's interesting. I did kind of expect that we would maybe be more like 4.2 because of what the Atlanta Fed was doing, but the reaction is not what I expected at all. Yeah, we didn't really get a huge change here either. Yeah, it is the expiry. Maybe I should be on the other one. It does seem light here.
Short 19s. Quarter lot.
Okay. So we need to do our homework here a little bit. There's the 20 below us. This is where that needs to be. And beyond that, it's a long way down. Oh man. So then you've got like 19,235. Oh man. Oh wait, okay. 119.27.5. Okay. We actually kind of have some of these already listed correctly, so. I can move that.
1300 on the bid and the bund. From making a new low.
Some emerging market news here. We're hearing Argentina has asked IMF to speed up payments. Just to repeat that, Argentina have asked IMF to speed up payments, and that is from the Argentina president, Macri, who's speaking on television.
You know, there was a lot of selling going into that poll and everything. I'm wondering if you're getting just too much profit taking. Well, something's not right, guys. I'm not in on the right price either. I don't think what I'm seeing is the whole story because I don't have the newer contract up. Should we look into rolling? It's hard to do it in NinjaTrader until it's actually rolled over, though. Well, that's going. Okay.
Why the 10-year is so reluctant to sell? Problem selling fives.
I don't know. The 10 years kind of been reluctant to move all week, hasn't it? Like even on those big moves yesterday, it required like huge, crazy stop runs in order to get it to move down.
Right. Are y'all still on the Uber contract?
I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to get the September contract to show up because I'm on or yeah, would it be September? No, the next one would be December, right?
Right. That's not. Yeah.
I'm thinking about how to move over to December because what I'm looking at in September just doesn't look right. You know, it's too light.
Yeah.
So it looks like the majority have already moved over. But I've never done this with the bridge before, so this will be interesting. Let's see if I can get to show both.
Seeing some flow in euro dollar June 19, 11,000 sold at
A couple
10.
of minutes ago. A sell. $9 $. $5K sell at 19 in the 2-year. Sold about 14,000 into. Selling the 2-year pretty hard. It's the the December contract. Here. Fund finally made a new low.
Just in EU news here, hearing from Weibo saying EU plans counter initiative to China's Belt and Road.
Okay, that's kind of funny. Okay, that one was kind of funny because when they ticked up there, all of a sudden they're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold up! We can't actually go up, guys."
Saying UK cabinet fully signed up to May's Brexit plan. To repeat that, that is the UK Cabinet Officer Minister David Lidington speaking in France, saying the UK cabinet has fully signed up to May's Brexit plan.
Good deal.
I'm short 19 and a quarter in the 2-year December contract.
This is getting a little intense, guys. Like, it should be lower. I feel. And it may becoming time to let it go. This one I will add in the oh geez, column. Okay.
And just a heads up, in under 10 minutes time, at the top of the hour, we will be hearing from UK Brexit Secretary Raab, who will be questioned on the progress of Brexit negotiations in Parliament. Just hearing some more from Liddington here, saying the UK wants the deal to stay as close to the EU as possible.
There we go. Okay. Whoa, what the fuck? Well, that must just be me. Because there's no way that just happened. Fate doesn't like me, guys.
Bid 19 to cover my 19 and a quarter short in the 2 year. About 3,000 in the
Just hearing some more from Liddington here, saying some in the UK want to cut ties to the EU entirely.
There's some hell of a lot of selling into 2.5 there. And 4 took a lot of selling. 10. And there's a lot of that bullshit today.
Yeah, they're fighting it. What the hell?
Partial fill on my 2 year bid.
Like I'm watching this and having flashbacks because the last time this happened, I remember it did not end well for me.
I'm out of my 2-year position for play.
Just in fixed income news here, we are seeing the Bund continue to trade lower here. Now it's
But what I
session
tried to
lows
do,
of
tried to employ a little bit of a
162.22.
strategy I'd been thinking about. So I put on a quarter lot, and then the remainder of my max position, I try to scalp with that around the core position. So I treat like a quarter lot as the core position, and so I got short 19. I'm still short 19s for the core position of just a quarter lot, but I tried scalping it as I thought it was going to keep going, and try to get a tick or two with the rest of it and just take it on and off. And I got fucked both times because I tried shorting 18s because I thought they were going. And I got my face ripped off twice in a row. So now I'm in the shitter. Which this is kind of, I mean, that was some wonky action right there. Probably just a symptom of the roll. But I should have been probably playing it a little bit closer to the chest because of the. It's probably a bad day to try to do something new. There's another 10K lot about 3 minutes ago in the Z8 Euro dollars, by the way.
Yeah, I think you might be right on that one because I did pull up the December contract now, although my data's all screwed up as you can see in the thing now. But before it got all screwed up, when I was looking at it, the 12-year didn't look much thicker either.
Oh yeah, you mean the December contract?
Yeah.
Yeah. It in the 2-year, the December contract has just a little bit less volume by, I mean, really just a.
Yeah.
Well, actually, ever since the open, it pulled ahead in volume. It was down about 10,000 contracts versus the September contract, but now it's up at 8,000 contracts. It's beating it by 8,000 contracts in volume. So, but I did switch over to the 10-year December contract real quick and see what the actual book size was. A minute ago, it was like September had about 35 on both sides, and December had 31 on both sides. So this is kind of I guarantee tomorrow everything's bigger in the December contract. Here, I'll check it again. 1 second. So it's 35,000 by 37,000 on the 10-year in the September contract. And yeah, see, it's 31 by 31 on the December contracts. I'm personally just going to watch September today and then probably switch
Just
to
in equity news here, we are hearing from Senator Sanders saying Amazon's allegations are misleading and inaccurate. Just a clarification on that is actually Amazon speaking on Sen Sanders saying that the allegations are misleading and inaccurate.
I'm just going to restart NinjaTrader here really quick and see if that fixes it.
took the core position off for +3 to 30.
As long as the delta continues to be negative, I think I want to stick with this, so. Hmm. I mean, I hear what traders saying there. That's kind of beyond my level of analysis. And I don't know if the amount of buying that we're actually seeing here is actually that much. So like 56 at 04. Okay. 17 at 035.
Corporate debt issuancing a mandate for RBC Euro benchmark 7-year covered bond.
Okay. So somebody's buying it at 035.
It's an equity news hearing from Antofagasta, seeing lower prices and higher costs, squeezing margins.
E-mini looks good too. Okay, so it was a pretty good take that time.
It's in Brexit news, more from UK's Liddington. So Brexit talks are at a fork in the road. In equity news, more from Antofagasta's CEO saying copper price cycles are becoming shorter.
I feel a little shaky today. I don't know. I don't think it's like the pressure or anything like that. I'm just, I don't know. It feels kind of weird. Like when I take a deep breath in there, it's like I've been running or something.
Hearing that UK Brexit Secretary Raab is to meet EU negotiator Barnier in Brussels on Friday. And obviously a reminder he's speaking live in UK Parliament, links on our board
Okay.
on Twitter.
See that right there at 025 where it's stacked up a little bit?
Going on to say the EU has a choice between a UK Brexit plan and a no deal.
I mean, I don't think that was real. I don't think that actually happened. I'm curious to know what screwed up the data there. Could it have been the NinjaTrader bridge? No, let's put this in the Jigsaw chat room. I think that's what we should be doing.
Next, in emerging market news, hearing from Goldman Sachs on the Argentina situation, saying the pact with the IMF is a positive development. UK Brexit Minister Raab saying confident a Brexit deal is within our sights.
Overnight low in the 30 is short 14s quarter lot, by the way. Overnight low is 12. September contract. Weekly low is 10.
Okay. I was just surprised because I didn't think that Waddle traded that way.
When asked if seeking ECB support in case of a speculative attack on debt, saying not asking any help from anyone.
I'm not saying it's a bad trade or anything. It's just
Brexit Minister Raab saying aiming to reach a deal at October Council, there is some measure of leeway.
sounds more like me, doesn't it?
From Italy's Di Maio, speculative attack on debt, saying the country not asking any help from anyone. That's in response to an earlier piece we saw this morning from Stampo joining us, where there was speculation that Italy is asking ECB.
Okay, fine.
And ahead of the equity open rundown.
Okay, I guess I get +4. Okay, so let's try closing down Jigsaw and reopening it and seeing if that fixes the level 2. Nope.
Italy's Maio saying if there was to be a speculative attack against it, it would be more politically not equal.
Let's try restarting them both. Okay. Like, I wasn't necessarily seeing a line there, but I can't tell because I can't see everything. See, so it's loading in data, and it is still jacked up. Well, that sucks that I had that loser at the beginning. That was a mistake. So that was the technical mistake, not like a Seth not thinking straight mistake.
Below its 200-day moving average of 97.50 second day. Also seeing the Argentine peso falling spot 5%, around 31 spot 5 versus the dollar, following the IMF.
Okay, so other theory. If we create a super DOM and we change it to ZN. Yep. So does anybody else have rhythmic and are getting this? Rhythmic seems to suck. I know, right? Smash the vid. He's like, how can you even be happy about that? Look at your data. You're not even reading order flow. Right. Well, I technically I'm still reading order flow. So, and I'm not necessarily saying that this is the way to do it or that it's best or right or anything like that, but I pay very much attention to more so the numbers that print right here. That's one of the big things that I look at is like the last time that it traded up, how many contracts did it take, and how many stacked there. That is what I look at way more than anything else. And that's maybe what screws me over sometimes, because that is just so short term that I miss other things, but like I tend to get hyper focused on that, you know?
Canadian equity, Canada down on 1.7 million. Just being cited by CBC News. We're putting the details.
I feel like maybe CQG would be better. Man. The E-mini is fine. UB is messed up. ZT is messed up. So it's all the treasuries are jacked up. Well, now they're moving. Now they're ticking up. What's with this? And they don't want to go. It's interesting. I wanted 025. I never got filled there. Did I just need to be more patient? I don't know. The thing was, is I can't see, like, I'd like to see a white line below me. And with this level 2, you can't really freaking tell. So.
I got flat those 14s. I got stopped out at 18.
Wow, I think we thoroughly eliminated Jigsaw as being the problem, but I don't know.
Small flow in euro dollar here. Front month 5,000 lifting at 64.5.
That's crazy, guys. Super crazy. Well, I'm not going to take any more trades today. Maybe we should just mess around. You know, there was something I wanted to do. How would I do this? New Ninja Script Editor. Yes. We're just going to program something here. Really simple. Strategy. New strategy.
In macro news, hearing from Dennis Garman.
Okay. So I guess that means you should buy equities, right? Because he's been wrong every time today this year.
It's more macro news here from ING's CEO via CNBC saying the US-China trade war is starting to hit its clients.
It's actually hasn't been, he hasn't been wrong every time. It's been like he'll be right for a little bit, and then he'll come out and he'll say that he's right, and then it will stop going and it'll go against him. That's what bonds did, right? So remember when he was like short bonds, and then bonds had been coming back down a little bit when he had said that. So I wonder, he must have gotten a position earlier and maybe already made a little bit of money on it. And then as soon as he said that, it started going back up against him, against all logic, until he probably got stopped out, assuming that he didn't already take profits. Kind of makes you wonder. No, we don't need additional data. Okay. It's a time, and the default is going to be interesting that it makes it the current time. Can make it 6:20. Oh. It's 7 o'clock. Okay. And I do think we need, no, we don't need that. We don't need a plot. We need, I should make this smaller. How about that? Now we can see. You don't need to see the bond rate. Gabriel is from Brazil. Oh yes, that's right. I recall. I can kind of speak Spanish, kind of.
Following the theme heard more from Argentina's central bank now saying to sell dollar futures to back peso.
Okay, interesting. Anyways, I was kind of spoke Spanish for like a month, so like I can kind of understand what people are saying, but I can't really speak it. But Portuguese, it's like they say that they're really similar, but it looks completely different to me. On bar update. So I want to see here in this indicator, in this opening range one, how does he determine like if time?
Just an emerging market news here as well, hearing from Turkey Foreign Minister saying Turkey plans closer work with Council of Europe. It is on the wire speaking.
So it's complicated. I'm betting that this indicator isn't actually as complicated as they've made it. Because when you have like three-way nested if statements, that kind of starts to set off my triggers, like, you know what I mean? Like, it should not be like that. That's probably not well written. Okay. So we need to know if I live in Florida, I should be able to speak Spanish, but I'm lazy. It really takes immersion for like 6 months to really be able to speak a language. So, I mean, this is kind of correct, but it's like, I don't want it to be checking like every freaking bar. So I'm thinking, how should I make a thing to say if we've taken a trade that day or not, to just not do anything? May just stick a short circuit at the top and just say, you know, if it's after the end time, you don't need to do anything, just get, you know, stop. Anyways, I think that will probably work for like the first back tests though. And then how do I want to do this is, can I do...
Did 19s in the two contract. I pulled the bid.
Bid Bud Buns at 18. Big order. Tiny position in the but a pretty good amount.
We're seeing some comments creeping through from the Minister of Canada, Freeland. So far, she's just said, I spoke to Lighthouse. She's saying we met with Mexico last night and meeting now. Comments now from UK Brexit Minister Raab saying that if left EU with no deal, there would be a question around the shape and timing of financial obligations. Meanwhile, from Freeland in Canada saying we are optimistic about productive talks this From Freeland, she says Mexico concessions on cars are actually good for Canadian work. Freeland's just included. Turkey there requesting the EU to open chapters Turkey. Countries standing hopeful to join the
There's a lot of that stoppy, fast tick up, down kind of bullshit today, isn't there? It's throwing a fit because I'm not trading, that's the problem. It's like, Seth, come over here and trade us. Come and click the dom. You know you want to, Seth. No thanks. Bring my level 2 data back and maybe I'll think about it. Oh, you know what? I don't want it to be greater than 0. I want it to be greater than tick size times 3. Let's see how awful I am. too bad. Okay. So now, let's see what it does. I doubt it's actually going to work correctly this first time. But, yeah. Strategy analyzer, right? Hello. Okay, there we go. Time entry. Okay. Okay. Now I want to do this on ZN. Minute value, yes. Let's just do it on today. It's August 29th. Oh, let's do it on the past 3 days. How about that? Run. So this should go really fast. Yes, it did, but it didn't actually do anything. Okay.
Comments for those watching the Turkish lira. We're hearing from Albayrak, who's speaking. Finance Minister is saying that reducing the current account deficit is priority targets for the country. Citizens' tax debt, rather, structuring surpassed 60 billion. Saying he's confident Turkey to succeed this budget target. Vowed that the target for Turkey is to fight inflation.
We're accessing an index that is out of.
From Brexit Minister Raab in Parliament saying reasonably positive. While US World Trade Organization dispute against Russia targets Russian protected steel and aluminium announced in July in response to policies fiscal. At the moment, Turkish lira pretty much in a at 6.448.
Okay. So is it right here? That was weird. Okay, try it again. Okay. still does it. Is it because I need to use exchange time? Well, that wouldn't make much sense though, because yeah. Oh, joy. I think it is because of the rollover. The traders seem confused. The robots seem confused because this roll is not proceeding the way that it normally does. You know? And I think that what's happening is that you're getting significant movement right at the end of the contract, right? Like really, when you think about it, since May, if I can pull up a longer term chart here. Okay. So when did we start this? We started this in May, right? At the end of May, I think. Okay. So since then, we've been long. So you have all of these guys that have profit banked in from the whole contract, losing money at the end of the contract. I think that's why it's doing what it's doing. Just like when you get big movement at the end of options expiration, you start to get big behavior because some big guys may be getting stopped out. Okay, so anyways. It's taking longer to compile than it should. Okay. Oh. Oh, right. It's giving me a date in the future because open time is probably giving us today's date instead of the date of the day that it is. Yeah, it is. I'd have to say though that if you saw the reversal there that made me get out at 03.5, you could have made a little bit, right? And I did make 4 ticks, even though there was that really awful, and I mean really, really awful mistake. So how do we get this open?
slower than 4% in June.
Year, month, day. Year, month, day, hour, minute, second. Okay, so we should do something like that.
From the Turkish Finance Minister said that US steps are creating issues not just in Turkey. Said he's planning to visit the UK.
Okay, and this
Brexit comments this time from the German Foreign Minister Maas, saying that we are aiming for an ambitious and close relationship with Britain after both in economic and in security and foreign policy.
there it is.
So also saying that he's not stopping just at the UK, he will also go to Germany a week after this.
Okay. Okay. Let's try that. Let's see, what is this? Oh, I screwed up. Didn't finish the job. weird. This should also screw it up, right? Yeah, why does it not like that? It's in daytime. What is this?
Some more Brexit comments. This time, EU's Michel Barnier says we are prepared to offer a partnership with Britain, such as has never been with any other third.
Oh boy. Talking the big talk. So we realize what this is. This really is like, oh, okay, well, America, if you don't like us, and you're going to get mad at us for holding one of your citizens captive, then we'll just become best buddies with Britain instead because they're nice to us. That's why he's making such a big deal out of it. Oh, they're going to go for it. They are going for it. Look at that. You would want to see more than 1600 bid at the low. Assuming that's how much is actually there.
Then under 3 minutes time now later, this is top of the hour. US pending home sales for July, expecting a 0.3% drop to 9%.
Why does it not like with conflicts with declaration? Does it just not like... So if I make it T start time, does that change it? There it goes.
Day high of 129.25.
But if it's just start time, it's okay with it.
10 seconds. Minus 0.7% and year on year minus 0.5%. So that's a major surprise there. Minus 0.7%, which we're looking for a rise of 0.5% year on year. It's a fall of 5%, which is 3.5% there. Also revision to the month-on-month figure for the previous for June. It's now raised to 1%.
Aha.
Fixed income news now. UK 10-year gilt yields rising 5 basis points to 5%. Barnier saying that the EU is to seek a November statement on future relations with the UK. Now that says pretty much echoing what we've been hearing say that for an agreement deal post Brexit from October to November.
What if I just do this? Yeah, I thought so.
Block cell.
Shit. This is freaking hilarious, guys. So I'm like, well, the level 2 is bad, so I'm not going to trade it. But I wanted to see a test of 020. Well, they've busted through it, and now we could see 005. So I'm not trading it. Observe is like, this is crappy action. I think I'm giving up for today. Everybody else is saying that it's crappy action. And then, as soon as you've all given up, then what does it do? They make a beeline for the low. Good. Thank you, Zerv. Took one for the team. Gosh. That was seriously just freaking hilarious. And how did they? Let's look at the where did it go?
You're just joining us there. Sterling rallying to a day high now at 1.
That's weird.
That's after EU's Barnier comments. That's up 0.8% on the day.
Okay, look at the way that it moved there. Boom.
While the US dollar index now turning lower after pending pending home sales, but a smaller than expected.
Okay. This is probably not that expensive, so it's probably not a big deal. Why does they think that I want to put 2 T's there? That's the sound I like to hear.
There we're seeing now from those Barnier comments, FTSE 100 falling to its day lows, down 0.8% on the day. With just over half an hour into trading on Wall Street, Alphabet's A shares, I should say, up 1%.
Still trying to pull from the future. So are we getting past this spot here?
Well, comments now from UK's Brexit Minister Rob saying
But no, of course not, because it's putting it there.
only winners would be non-EU financial centres.
Oh. That would make a difference.
Rob, Brexit Minister said the UK wants to build out on the equivalence for financial services, saying that Tokyo and New York would be beneficiaries.
Holy shit. Wait. No, that's not right. That is definitely not right.
Rob is predicting a sensible deal for financial services.
Oh, I see. So does it do it like literally every bar? Sell, buy, sell, sell. Oh, that's interesting. And then it stopped doing it until it was over here. Because here was the open. Okay, so it's kind of working. So can I do this is like this? Looks like no. Never takes it. So let's just do that.
Quick recap then on Forex following those comments from. So cable, first of all, 129.50. Highs of a 60 we saw. And also euro sterling 2. So
Do I have to compare 2 date times? Yeah, let's try that. That's funny that after all that it actually was profitable. That's funny. Ah. Okay. It did do it. I think it may have just been oops. -1. Okay, so let's try doing all of August now. 4. Really? Oh, it did take one long trade. Okay. It might be, so now let's check to see if it had to do with the okay, and now we'll look at the chart. We'll say, okay, where'd you take one? Okay.
Block sell.
Good grief. So somebody is really gunning for it. So the question here is, does it do it based off of local time? So 6:35 today. It should have taken it around somewhere around 050. Yes. Oh, it did it the wrong way. Because here is 620 should be somewhere around here. Let's go zoom in. Okay, 620 is right here, right? 635 is right here. Oh. Did it take it like that? So it might have been random. So that's one where, because the difference wasn't enough, it shouldn't take it. So that needs to be at least 2, probably 3, but so if I increase it to 2, it will probably won't take that one, will it? But it did I think take it at the right time. And where was 7 o'clock was down here. Yeah. Okay, so I've got the timing and everything right. Bum, 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 ba-da. So for all of September, the opening range, the opening, well, that's not the opening range, though. It's just kind of that little time period, isn't it? What if I change this to 9 o'clock? We change it for the whole session. Bada boom. Holy shit. Really? Did you guys just see that? You looking at this? Will Lula be back? What's he talking about? Okay. Let's try this now on the last 2 years. Probably it shouldn't be quite as good. There's no way that it would be that good. Okay. Much better. It is not a bad win rate right there, folks. That is not a bad win rate at all.
Right, so we're just over 10 minutes away now from the weekly oil data. Ranges for you.
It's looks mostly random though, to be honest.
Crude oil stockpiles. According to consensus, we are looking for a broader, look at considering that this just looking at a drawdown of 686,000. Last week's drawdown of 5.86 million. At the range, a drawdown of 3.5 million, build of 2.8 million.
Aha.
In terms of distance, 592 barrels. Last week's 1.85 million barrels. The range of build of 1 million to build of 2.5 million. As for gasoline stockpiles, building 370,000 from 2 million build last week. Range of drawdown of 1.5 million. As for pushing, last week pushing a build of 772,000. Refinery utilization is down 0.5%, 5.4. After a flat read last week, range -1%, the gain of 1%.
So if I flip these around, it should still be unprofitable. Oh, okay, it's slightly profitable. Curious. It's a little freaky.
Just to give you a bit of perspective on it, last night, build of 38,000 barrels in the week. Cruise stockpile pushing into 1,000 barrels last week. This stockpile rose.
So what have we just learned here, folks? We have learned that if you just take the first 15 minutes, just the first 15 minutes of trade, is more predictive of the direction that it's going to go until the end of the session than the whole opening range until the top of the hour. Okay. What if we change it to the first 10 minutes? Oh, what the fuck? Well, it works particularly well on short trades. What about the first 5 minutes? The first 5 minutes, it doesn't. Okay. Let's go back further. How about 2014? 2014 sounds fair, right? This should take a while. Well, dang. That is interesting. So let's look at the some of the further analysis. Okay, so part of it is that it just get a really good run in some spots. So this could probably be enhanced further by, you know, we could maybe use the daily ADX or something like that to kind of judge it. Okay. But I want this to be by trades. Okay. But the thing I'm really interested in is this. Okay. So you definitely get these ones where ticks, please. Thank you. If we go more than 12 ticks, really more than 8 ticks. And how many of these losers that will go a little bit in our favor and then not go. Oh, there's actually some that go as far as 10. Okay. So if I could come back in here to this one. Oh, come on, I know I have it in here somewhere. So the stop loss should be 8. And I'm just going to ignore the profit target for now. Okay, so it was 1.25 and 5328.
WTI trading up about 0.8%. Just a quick recap then. We're looking for a general drawdown.
Okay.
90,000 to 1.5 million barrels there. Last night, the API data as for distillate stockpiles, they're seen building by 1.59 million barrels after 8.5 million barrel build. Just like the crude stockpile ranges a draw of 3.5 million. Distillate ranges 1 million, 5 million. Take a look at the refinery.
Okay.
And that saw 4% was expected for that week last week. Range and gasoline then we're looking for build of 370,000. Range 5 to build.
Ah, there's one more thing we should test.
Dominic Raab says no deal Brexit could by any number of things.
So probably will be a little bit less. Yeah. So it's like particularly if it's in line with the short. That's kind of weird. $101.
I just done it 10 seconds. Draw of 2.566 million barrels there for crude. Distillate saw a draw of 837,000. Refined Cushing saw a build of 58,000. We saw gasoline draw of 1.554 million barrels. We saw refining utilisation then fall by 1.8%. Repeat the numbers then. We saw a draw of 2.566 million barrels. We saw distillate stockpiles draw by 837,000 barrels. Gasoline drew by 1.554 million barrels. And that Cushing number there saw a build of 58,000 barrels after last week's build of 772,000 barrels.
Okay. Well, that is something else, guys. What about 1? I think that when you go down to 1, it should screw it up. Make it super random.
Product imports were up 70,000 barrels a day to 2.7 million barrels. Total product demand over the past 4 weeks, 21.2 million barrels. That's off 0.2. US crude oil production estimated 11,000.
I think it's just the number of trades, right? Seems like the distance doesn't really matter. It's just the number of trades. Like if we do this one, so if that's 732, and how many does that take out? almost half.
Debt pricing in dollars. There's OKB price is 1.5 billion of its paper, some 3 basis points over mid swaps. WTI now up over 10.
And that's also interesting. So there was a pretty bad period right here, so doing it this way wouldn't work very well, but that's the first full hour. Then one last thing is we should hold it until lunch. So what we really should do, we should hold it until it's lunchtime in on the eastern seaboard. So which way am I doing this? It's actually fading. That's why. So I'm gonna do like this. So first of all, I just want to see like seems to be the first 40 minutes to the top of the hour. Okay. And now I want to do to the equity open. And this one should have a really bad drawdown at the beginning, but is actually, oh, it's not. That's so interesting, guys. But definitely the best way to do it is to the first 10 minutes. Is the best time frame that we found, at least.
Just in a note from broker that suggests there's buyers of the 36 deck call S&P here. Checking out. Double check.
That's so interesting. It does look like they're trying to pull it up now. So I just gotta double check here. Chart, okay. Okay, so here's one right here. Yeah, that's right. So it was less the open. We fade it. See that one? I should include that. Well, that's interesting. Well, do you guys have anything you would want me to test here before I head out? I guess the one other thing that we can do is we can do, what time does it start? Night. Let's just say midnight our time. Let's say 0, 0. And start time being a.m. Okay, fine. And 6:20. And let's go back to the summary thing here. So if we fade the overnight, I would think that this would be really unprofitable. Well, it is not. But it's 50%, so it's kind of like it's not like a super great strategy. I wouldn't trade this, but it tells us something important.
Saying that the UK wants a clear and specific plan for future.
The overnight, the direction that it's gone in the overnight doesn't matter. Because we're fading the overnight and making money. And it's literally just based on time. Oh man. Well, that was really not what I expected. So we need to put some filters on here, but this is kind of saying that the overnight range and the opening range don't matter. That's so very interesting, guys.
Further strengthening sterling for Barnier's. See now, sterling there. Meanwhile, on cable, it's 120.
Now, another thing that's super interesting about this is that it matters very much so taking a long versus a short. I will just show you here on this particular one. I'm not going to do the shorts. Okay. Look at that. Profit factor still isn't as good as fading the first 10 minutes though. This is fading the overnight range. What was it on the other side? It could just be a bias long over time. Okay, the longs were worth more than the shorts for sure. Yeah, because that was when it made so much, and now it's not making so much. So that one is random. The overnight range is random, right? But again, if we go to those 6:20 to 6:30, hold it till lunch. It works really well. It worked really well during this time period. During this time period, not so much. Let's do it daily. Okay. So in 2016, this wouldn't have worked so well. This year, it would have worked okay. It's just fading the first 10 minutes. Well, that's so very interesting. Let's see if anybody... Nope, I guess not. Okay, well, I don't know if you guys are still paying attention, but there's some stats for you. So, it looks good. Like when you get a winner and you just let it go, it really goes. So, now for 4 years, $2,000 a year. Oh, let's do a little bit of math here. Let's just say that we just did, well, let's just say that we did this month. August 2018. Oh, okay. Wouldn't have made very many trades this month. So I need to go back further. Just this year. Okay, so I made $1,000 just this year in 9 months. Or yeah, 8 months. Okay. So 1031 divided by 8. 128. Nah, you would need more than that. Wouldn't pass a combine. But it's super interesting. Anyways, that's all the time I got for today. So I will see you guys tomorrow.